What is going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at the Treblab X5 True Wireless Earbuds. But before we unbox and jump into the details on these guys, I just want to say that if this is your first time to the channel, welcome to Plug and Play. My name is JDubb, and the goal of this channel and of this video is to help you guys make a better tech buying decision. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in and you want to see more reviews and other tech-related videos just like this one, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any other videos. Now, without further ado, let's jump in to the video. So before we get started with the unboxing, I do want to say that Treblab did send me these earbuds to do this review free of charge, but as usual, guys, I'm not being paid to give this a positive or a negative review. The experiences given in this video are mine exactly as I have experienced them. Again, the whole goal here is to help you guys make a better tech buying decision, unbiased in any way other than I guess if I like them or not is going to be the only bias, because this is indeed my review. So with that said, let's unbox these guys and let me show you what's up in the box. So here we have everything that comes in the X5 packaging. You got your manual, your thank you card, you've got your additional ear tip fins, and these go on there, and I'll break those down here in a minute. I'll show you where those go. You get 6, you get the large, medium, and small of the foam tips, which is pretty nice that they include those. And you also get your gel tips, which come pre-installed with the medium on there, which I'm using currently. And then you get your micro USB charging cable, which is the charging micro USB. And then obviously you get your X5s in the case. Now, as far as the earbuds go, they are very, very unique shape. As you can see here, you got your Treblab branding on the back. And basically they are that long cylindrical shape, kind of similar to an Apple AirPod kind of thing. A little bit different. They kind of angle down in a way towards your mouth a little bit and kind of give you that there. You've got these really big ear tips here, which we'll talk about in the review. And then you've got your standard ear tips here. Now, outside of that, you got your microphone on the inside here. On each one, you've got microphones. Now on the back is where this thing takes another little change. Now on each individual earbud separately, you've got these buttons. Now this is one of the things that I don't like. This is one of the negatives, is that you do have to push and hold down the top button on each earbud to power them on. They do not automatically power on when taking them out of the case, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm not a huge fan of that. However, the one good thing is that you do have nice click button controls on the earbud. On the right side earbud, you have your plus and minus, which is going to be for your volume controls, and on your right, you've got your your skip track and reverse track. The different controls are going to be in the manual. You can skip tracks, you can answer phone calls, you can do basically everything that you can normally do with these buttons in a different combination of each. And so those tactile buttons are so nice because they just give you that nice little click, that nice feel, so you know exactly that you've actually you've done what you're trying to do, which is really great there. So outside of that, they're very, very straightforward. They're very easy to put in. They're comfortable, and we'll talk about it a little bit about the comfort and the wingtip here when we get into the review. But that is exactly what you should expect from your earbuds. All right, guys, so let's talk about some of the specs as they are listed here on the packaging. Then I'll give you my experiences with them and how they stack up to those. So right off the top, you've got the high-end beryllium drivers. You got a secure fit and comfort, advanced noise isolation, wireless microphone and calls, 12 hours of playtime, 6 hours plus 6 hours with the included charging case is what it states here. Sweatproof, IPX4 certified. The other things that are not listed is here, and this is just kind of indicative of the packaging here. You do have a micro USB charging, so micro USB port on these earbuds here, and then you have Bluetooth 5.0 on these earbuds with the connection to your device. All right, guys, so I have been using the X5s now for a couple of weeks. I've been testing them just on my commute at work, in the office here at home, just doing yard work, things like that. So I've really given them, I've made them run their paces. Audiobooks, listening to music, watching YouTube videos, and even some movies while I've been traveling. And so these guys, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on these earbuds as a whole. And so I'm just going to break this down piece by piece, starting off with the high-end beryllium drivers. So right there, we're talking directly about audio quality. The audio quality is fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna draw it out. Honestly, lows, mids, and highs felt great. The bass, they do have great bass. It's not, you know, the deepest bass it could be. For my listening pleasure, for my ears, I've been very, very happy with the overall experience of the X5s. Now, if you're a bass head, if you're looking for something that has really, really, really strong bass, deep bass, these may not be the best for you. Honestly, if you're looking for a great, solid, rounded audio signature, you could do it. I mean, they do have the bass, they got the mids, and they got the highs. Really well represented, especially if you use the included foam tips. These guys, the noise isolation is just fantastic. It really, really just gives you that perfect noise isolation, which allows you to get really, really high volume. I can't listen to these guys at full blast because the volume level can get to the point where it's uncomfortable for me, which is great. Even more so when you add the foam tips and get that noise isolation ramped up to full. And then when you're also getting that noise isolation, you also get that premium sound. So overall, beryllium drivers, sound quality on the X5s, fantastic. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the secure fit and comfort. Now, honestly, in this arena, it's kind of a pros and cons kind of thing. This is where one of the major cons with these earbuds lies, is in the comfort, not the secure fit. Now, secure fit with these earbuds is 100% guaranteed with these guys. The fit on these in the ability for them to stay in your ear is fantastic. These little ear fins that you have here on these guys is they're locked in. You might as well just put super glue on these guys, stick them in your ears, and say goodnight. They're not coming out of your ears. If you guys get these in the right place, you get the right size, you get the right fit, and you learn how to put them in there properly, these guys will not go anywhere. I don't care what you are doing, they're locked in place. So secure, totally 100% agree. Comfort is where I have a slight problem. So I've got one of these guys in here, and I can tell you right now that this thing is locked in place. Now, it's going to be hard for you to see, but I'll try and zoom in and give you the best possible view. But if you look here, you've got the ear fin kind of sits inside this rim of your ear and kind of pushes up and inside and just really locks it in place. Now, I can't imagine any type of activity that you could do that would pull this out of your ear. I mean, realistically, I mean, you could probably get hit by Mike Tyson and not see this thing pop out of your head. Now, with that said, though, because of this ear fin, I've never had an earbud go into that part of my ear before. And for me, ear fatigue was a real thing. Now, really quickly, if you don't know what ear fatigue is, if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, it's basically that soreness that comes from long wearing sessions on earbuds that your ears kind of aren't acclimated to. If you've worn, over earbuds and things like that, you kind of get that pressure, on your ears, and eventually it starts to get kind of sore and tender. Same thing can happen with earbuds, but in your ear. So if you've got kind of these big rubberized pieces and they're kind of pushing in different spots of your ear's not used to that. Your anatomy is saying, I don't like that because it's not something that I'm used to. It's not the way that these things are supposed to be used. And so you get a little bit of that. With these guys, I felt it pretty keenly, fairly quickly. I got it to lessen a little bit by dropping down to the smallest version of the ear fins, and that helped me a little bit. But overall, these are going to take some time, more than likely, for you to kind of break in. Ear fatigue is not a permanent thing in most cases. It is temporary. So over time, your ears will kind of get comfortable and adjust, and they'll work just fine. You just kind of have that break-in period where it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, and I definitely experienced that here with the X5s. So the next thing on the list was wireless microphone and calls. Now, I had a great experience with the audio quality, and I've had other people on the other end give a great experience of audio quality. I could hear people clearly, they could hear me just as clearly as well. So overall, the sound quality on both ends was good. The one thing I do want to mention that this is a mono calling earbud. You only get the audio quality in the right ear, which is the master earbud. So that's not the greatest. I mean, I've been, stereo calling is, the sound is something that I don't really see why earbud companies can't do stereo calling when they're doing stereo music. I don't really get it, but I digress. But getting back on the point, the call quality was good. Both sides, everyone heard me great. I could hear it clearly in the right ear without a problem. Very good volume, very clear sound. So overall sound quality on the wireless microphone, yeah, pretty happy with that as well. So the next feature on the list was 12 hours of playtime. We got 6 and 6. 6 hours on a full charge, as well as an additional 6 hours with the case. I was able to at about 70% volume because that was the comfortable volume for me, pretty much across my genres on these earbuds. 6 hours, easy to do, no problem at all, simple. Throwing them in the case, fully charged them up again, got my full 6 hours. So yes, I agree, 12 hours of playtime, 6 and 6, pretty easy for me to accomplish. Again, that's going to vary depending on the genre of music, depending on how much bass you've got kind of going on there, and then the volume level you listen to. In my experience though, 6 and 6, easy to do, no problem. Battery life, solid. With everything that I just said in mind, what do I think? What's the verdict? Do I think would I recommend these to a friendly, to friends, to family members? Yeah, I think I would. At the time of making this video, these guys come in at about 70 bucks, about $69 and some change, Amazon Prime. As usual, guys, link is down in the description below, but $70 pair of earbuds, they come with a lot of features. Quality overall, sound quality is fantastic. If you're a sports person, the sweat proofness is not on the highest end side, but it's good enough. It'll do its job if you're working out, getting sweaty. Sound quality, again, great. Battery life, on a single charge, the 6 hours of battery life is great. It's on the higher end of, I would say, the industry standard at this point right now. So that's nice. The case, I love the case. Being able to fit it in my pocket is fantastic. So, I mean, when I stack it up, when I'm looking at the negatives versus the positives, in comparison to the price point, I feel like $70 is an aggressive price point for these earbuds. I feel like they're comfortable and they hit all the things that I'm looking for. So for me, yes, I definitely would recommend these. If you're in the market, you're looking at the Treblab X5s, I would say go for it. I think they're a great pair of earbuds. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to know more, you want to argue with me, you want to show me some other better earbuds, you want to tell me what I should be reviewing next, let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. As usual, I love having conversations. The goal of this channel and of this community and of this video are to help you guys make a better tech buying decision, and part of that is your input. It's your input and help guiding this channel a little bit, getting me involved in conversation, picking my brain, things like that. That's the point. The point is for me to help you guys make the best buying decision that you can, and the Treblab X5s get a solid thumbs up from me. So guys, that is it for me. As usual, I will see you in the next video.